We are joined today by the Reverend Gayle Catinella of St. John's Episcopal Church. Thanks for being here.
Thanks for asking me. I'm very honored.
I think one of the biggest consequences we've seen from the pandemic has been a real awareness of the food situation for a lot of people and food access. We've seen cars lined up to get bags and boxes of groceries. A lot of children in our schools depend on breakfast and lunch every single day through the schools. I know you're very passionate about that. Can you talk a little bit about what the need is in our area and what you think needs to happen?
In the plus side of this crisis, at least we're recognizing the depth of need now, whereas maybe it used to be easier not to pay so much attention to that, or you're busy enough with your own life you don't realize how bad it is for people. But we are in Williamson School a lot. We do several different things there, and I hear the stories of the kids. We also do a meal for Upward Bound a couple times a month, and we cook way too much food so that they have to take leftovers home, because they say to me, "Oh good, now my brother can eat," or "Oh good, now my grandma can eat." I mean, imagine the guilt of being the only person in the family who got to eat that day. We don't want to do that to kids. Or we do a student of the month lunch at Williamson. The kids, every class has a student of the month, and we bring pizza and we bring pop, and we just tell them how great they are. And some of the kids don't realize they're a student of the month, and they bring their lunches, and you see one little girl brought popcorn in a juice box for lunch. And what are you going to say to that kid? What's going on? It's just really hard. So now we have people who are losing their jobs, people who have never been hungry before. People who have never had to worry about food before are starting to have to worry about it. And so the volume's way up, and the need is way up, and the opportunity to serve people is way up. And so part of what we have to make sure is that people are getting the good food that they need to get. That it isn't just boxes and cans, that we're giving out fresh fruits and vegetables, that we're giving out dairy, that we're giving out protein, making sure that people have a balanced meal. We do with you at United Way, we do a food giveaway at Williamson once a month, and we make sure we have meat, and we make sure we have fresh fruits and vegetables and milk and eggs, because people need that. Bread and peanut butter and jelly. You're not going to live on ramen and raise a healthy child who can learn and grow and be, and have strong bones and a good mind. But I just want to say that this is not a new problem. This is a problem that has been happening in this valley for certainly longer than I've been here. And the fact that we're paying attention to it, and that it's become the obvious crisis that it's always been, I think is good.
And is there any path to solution?
Well, the question I always ask for every problem is, who benefits from the problem? Who benefits from there being hunger? Who benefits from there being lack or need? And I think that's what we have to figure out, and make sure they benefit in some other way. Make sure that someone benefits from the kids being full, that someone benefits from people getting fresh fruits and vegetables. And when we figure that out, making it a benefit for everybody, making everybody understand how important that is, and that it impacts all of us, then I think that that'll be a start. I know that the Community Foundation of the Mahoning Valley is doing the Healthy Community Partnerships. I'm part of the Food Access Group, and they're working very hard to make sure fresh fruits and vegetables are available, very hard to engage corner stores. Warren has done a great job with that, getting corner stores, neighborhood stores to stock fresh fruits and vegetables, and they help them to figure out how to sell them in the most beneficial way, and fix up the exterior or the access to their place. There's a lot of ways to encourage businesses to sell healthy food.
So you have had to become pretty tech savvy in the last couple months. Tell me what Sundays have been like for you.
Well, most people haven't started as far behind as I have, but totally different. I have had to learn how to do Facebook Live, which isn't hard, but it's a different thing to preach to nobody. You know, it's a different thing to preach to people you don't know. We've had up to 1,000 people watch our service in the course of a week, and I don't know most of them. Whereas on a regular Sunday, I look out in the audience, my studio audience, and I know almost everybody, and I know who they are, and I know their history, and I know their family, and I know things that might hurt them that I would avoid saying, you know, or references or jokes that would be not appropriate for the crowd. I don't know any of that now. So I'm just starting to calm down and be comfortable with Facebook Live, which is a good thing.
What's been the feedback from members? Yeah.
Good. You know, the problem is we don't have the high-tech equipment yet. We're working on that, but we don't have the high-tech equipment yet. So sometimes sound is, you know, variable. And the other thing is people don't always know how to use it. So some people who can't hear don't know how to turn up the sound. So, I mean, you're dealing with an audience with a variety of gifts and talents and challenges, and some of them are as challenged or somewhat more challenged than I am by all of this. So I think we're learning together, and that has been a nice community building opportunity. And we're also really just so happy that other people are listening in, and that maybe we're providing some comfort and care for people who really need it during this time.
So what has your message been since this has all happened? Has it somewhat, I would guess, been tailored to the current situation?
No, because my message almost always is be nice. Be nice, be nice, be nice. Be kind, be thoughtful, be considerate. Don't just think about yourself. Realize the impact that other people, or the suffering that other people are going through. So this is a different iteration of that, because we have a different categories of suffering and frustration and fear. I think people are afraid and they're anxious. So I've certainly tried to speak to that. But overall, I think my message is always that that Christians offer themselves, that we love sacrificially, that it isn't about us and prospering ourselves and the easiest thing for us and the best thing for us. It's about loving our neighbors as ourselves. And that message is a good message no matter what crisis is happening in the world.
How do you foresee a return to normalcy in terms of Sunday services, or do you?
Oh, that's certainly the thing that everyone is talking about right now. And, you know, I talk to a lot of people every week, and they say to me, Gayle, when are we starting back? When are we starting back? And then I say, when it's safe. And they say, oh, thank you. Thank goodness. So I think the main thing on people's minds is, how are we going to do this and everybody be safe and healthy? So it certainly will not be the same for a while. We'll have to put things in place that are inconvenient and uncomfortable and not the way we've always done it. But I think, I hope, I pray that we value each other enough that we're willing to, you know, wear a mask, that we're willing to not sing, that we're willing to sit 6 feet apart unless we're sitting with our family, that we're willing to come at different times so that, you know, there's not as many people, whatever it turns out to be. But I hope that we value each other as a community enough that we're willing to do that. And, you know, if you don't, it's okay. Stay home. Watch me online. That will continue to be an option.
Built for the 21st century American workforce, Eastern Gateway Community College has 2 campuses and is a national leader in online learning. EGCC.edu is a digital gateway where 30,000 students are quickly transforming their financial futures through degrees, certificates, transferable credits, and higher-paying jobs. And now, residents of the Mahoning Valley can enroll in summer classes for free. It's the EGCC Summer Guarantee. Eastern Gateway. America's new workforce starts here.